To decision 2022 with the November election and the deadlines that come with it right around the corner. Early ballots go out to voters on Wednesday of this week, meaning voters can start making their voices heard in just a few days. And if you aren't registered, the deadline to get it done is tomorrow, October 11th. No matter where you live in Arizona, you can go to servicearizona.com to get registered. And as you get ready to vote, a heads up for voters with disabilities who may need some additional resources.
If you head over to 12news.com, we have an in-depth guide that covers everything from requesting an accessible ballot to accessible options at the polling places, as well as additional support that's available leading up to Election Day. Meanwhile, a candidate for Congress in the East Valley is making history.
For the first time political observers can remember, a registered independent is on the ballot for a federal election. It's creating a three-way race for District 5. That orange segment you see right there, it includes portions of Mesa, Gilbert, Chandler, Apache Junction, and Queen Creek. Joe Dana has more details on the race and whether two outsiders have a shot at beating the incumbent Andy Biggs.
The wild card in this race is the Republican turned independent Clint Smith. He has deep roots in the East Valley and is pushing back against Trump Republicanism.
Can you go back inside for just a minute?
It's a movement of East Valley voters like Diane Lewis.
With Congressman Biggs, I feel like it's been a lot of the extremes.
The daughter of a former Gilbert mayor, Lewis and volunteers of all political stripes made history last spring, collecting enough signatures to get the first ever independent candidate on a federal ballot in Arizona, Clint Smith.
I think for everyone in the East Valley, he can represent more of the moderate middle whose voices have not been heard in a long time.
Why not me?
Smith, an estate planning attorney and former Boy Scouts scoutmaster,
our democracy is under attack,
touts his positions as being pro-choice and his ability to work with others.
If you don't listen to the other side and understand where they're coming from, you will get creamed. It's a complete different approach from what our current Congressman Andy Biggs does. He basically says, I'm right and you're wrong, and not only are you wrong, you're the devil and you're evil.
He changed from Republican to independent last year to run against the incumbent Andy Biggs.
He actively participated in a plot to overturn the election. What more do you need to know?
Biggs denies that allegation. He declined repeated requests for an interview.
I join the objection.
His opponents point to his vote to throw out Arizona's presidential electors. And 2 days before that vote, he went on local radio spreading a false claim about tens of thousands of switched votes in Arizona.
And then a subtraction goes to Donald Trump.
The claim had already been debunked by two federal law enforcement agencies, and Biggs would have likely known at the time the claim had no merits to even warrant a court case.
Victory or death!
Stop the Steal organizer Ali Alexander's testimony does not help Biggs. He claimed he coordinated the January 6th event in person with Biggs. And former White House aide Cassidy Hutchinson testified under oath this summer Biggs asked for a presidential pardon.
Mr. Biggs did.
Biggs claims Hutchinson is mistaken and her testimony was deceptively edited. He denies even knowing Alexander and having any connection to the January 6th insurrection.
Welcome to the beautiful 5th Congressional District.
For many Republican voters, Biggs's continued loyalty to Trump will be viewed as a strength, not a liability.
On November 8th,
District 5, historically, Republicans dominate.
I'm voting Republican. I'm worried about our country.
To what extent Smith can change minds about Biggs remains to be seen.
I think it's really important that people remember to vote independent and not insurrectionist.
There's one other factor in this race, the Democrat.
I'm a local homegrown individual. My wife is Navajo. We are getting our message out there that we all belong, that we stand up for women.
Even all the way from the onion fields of the West Valley.
Attorney Javier Ramos is running on his experience as a tribal attorney who knows how the federal government works.
Andy Biggs is not good for Arizona. He's not good for the United States of America.
Have you made up your decision?
Ramos.
Ramos. Why?
I absolutely abhor Biggs. So I'll go for the Democrat.
So you have Republican Andy Biggs, the independent Clint Smith, and the Democrat Javier Ramos. Have you made up your mind?
I have not yet, no.
It's the undecided voter who could decide whether more history is made. Joe Dana, 12 News.